The Power of Solitude, Why Walking Alone Makes You Stronger. Respected elders, dear friends, and everyone listening today, let me start by asking you a simple, honest question. How many of you have ever felt lost? Not because you didn't know your destination, but because looking around, you realized you were walking alone. How many times has the silence of an empty room felt heavier than the weight of the entire world? We live in a world obsessed with connection. We measure our worth by our follower counts, our popularity, and the sheer volume of people surrounding us. From the moment we step into school, we are taught to fit in, to walk with the herd, to find safety in numbers. If you want to be strong, learn to walk alone. Because a crowd only walks with you, it doesn't support you. These lines are not just words, they are a profound truth of life. Today, I want to take you on a journey away from the noise of the crowd and into the quiet, powerful sanctuary of your own potential. I want to show you why the greatest breakthroughs in human history, and in your own life, happen the moment you decide to take that first step by yourself. Act 1. The Trap of the Crowd. Let's dissect this illusion. Why do we crave the crowd so much? Because the crowd offers comfort. The crowd offers validation. When you walk with a crowd, you don't have to make decisions. You just follow the footsteps of the person in front of you. You don't have to worry about the direction because everyone else is going that way. It feels safe. It feels warm. But let's look closer at what happens when the road gets tough. Imagine you are walking down a mountain path. The weather turns bad. A storm hits, the ground gives way, and you stumble. You look around, expecting hands to catch you, expecting shoulders to lean on. What do you see? You see a crowd in panic. A crowd is driven by momentum, not by empathy. When the path is smooth, the crowd is vast. But the moment obstacles appear, the crowd scatters. They trample over each other to save themselves. The crowd walks with you when the sun is shining, but it will never carry you when the storm breaks. Have you ever shared a grand dream with a group of friends, only to be laughed at or told it's too unrealistic? Have you ever tried to change a bad habit, only to have your peer group pull you right back down because your growth makes them uncomfortable? That is the limitation of the crowd. A crowd moves together, but it never thinks individually. If you tie your destiny to the approval of a crowd, your life will change direction every time the wind blows. Act 2. The Anatomy of True Strength. So, what is the alternative? Does this mean we should become lonely, bitter recluses? Absolutely not. There is a massive difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a prison where you feel abandoned by the world. Solitude is a palace where you are reunited with yourself. When you learn to walk alone, something miraculous happens. You strip away the opinions of the neighbors, the expectations of society, and the noise of social media. In that absolute silence, you meet the real you. Look at history. Every single person who ever left a permanent footprint on this earth, whether in science, art, leadership, or spirituality, had to walk a path where no one else could follow for a long time. Did Buddha find enlightenment surrounded by a party? No, he sat under a tree, completely alone. Did geniuses like Einstein or Tesla invent the framework of the modern world in large committees? No, they spent countless hours in isolation, wrestling with their own thoughts. When you walk alone, 1. You build resilience. You realize that you don't need a cheerleader to keep going. Your internal motivation becomes your fuel. 2. You discover authentic clarity. You stop chasing goals that look good to others and start pursuing what actually matters to your soul. 3. You test your own resilience. When you fall down in solitude, nobody is there to pick you up. You are forced to pick yourself up. And the muscle built from getting back up on your own is unbreakable. Act 3. Navigating the loneliness of growth. I am not going to sugarcoat this for you. Walking alone is hard. There will be nights when the silence is deafening. There will be moments of intense doubt when you ask yourself, am I crazy? Am I wasting my time? People will misunderstand you. They will call you arrogant, distant, or selfish, because you are no longer playing by their rules or attending their superficial gatherings. When you start upgrading your life, your circle will naturally shrink. Not because you hate people, but because your frequency has changed. Embrace the emptiness. That empty space isn't a void, it is a canvas. It is the room you need to build the masterpiece of your life. Do not rush to fill that space with cheap distractions just to escape the quiet. Sit with the discomfort. Let it forge you into steel. Remember, a diamond is formed deep underground, under immense pressure, in complete darkness, far away from the applause of the world. Only later does it shine for everyone to see. Your struggle in solitude is your carbon to diamond transformation. Conclusion: the ultimate triumph. As we bring this conversation home, I want you to look back at your life. Think of the moments where you truly grew. Weren't they the moments where you had to face a crisis all by yourself? Weren't those the moments that made you who you are today? Do not fear walking alone. Fear walking with a crowd that is heading in the wrong direction. Stand tall, trust your own steps. Let the noise fade away and listen to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Because when you become strong enough to walk alone, you no longer need the crowd to survive. And ironically, that is when the world will finally stand up, watch, and follow your lead. Thank you